So let's look at lesson 8, where we are talking about the format for data files in Stata. So remember we talked about that input, processing, and output. Good. So that last graphic was useful. So you could go back to the last lecture if you still need to refresh. So some files start in Stata. Some are in Excel and some are in CSV. So data comes basically in that. Now there are other formats. There's ODBC, but I'm just taking the very essentials for this beginner fundamental course. When you build and you're strong enough in advanced levels of modules, we will take more input than the ones we are seeing, and very interesting inputs too that you can use to draw data into your software. So let's look at how it works. You remember input, processing. So sometimes the raw file comes in Stata, and we use Stata to process, and we can output whatever we processed in Excel, in Stata, or in CSV. So basically, on the left hand side of my screen is the input. It goes through processing, and you have an output. The same thing now for Stata. For Excel, you can have an Excel file, import it into Stata, do the processing, and you can export it in any of the three formats. And that also goes to CSV. Import into Stata, and the output can be any of the three that we mentioned. So basically, the inputs, I can input something in Stata, export it as XPSS. I can put something in Excel, and when it's going out as Stata. So any three of these can be inputs, and any three of them can be output basically. But all of them will go through processing, especially for the period of this course. All the processing we are going to do, most of it, about 90% of it, will be done, 95 even, will be done within Stata. So to tell you that we are doing the major processing during this course. So just take tight, and I hope you enjoy every moment of it. So we have come to the end of module 1. I hope you have enjoyed the ride. We have been able to define what data is. Remember, entities and attributes. We moved on to data relationships, where we looked at the one-to-one relationship, the one-to-many relationships, the many-to-many relationships. We also did data formats, where we looked at videos, audios, but we zeroed down on the text. And we talked about numeric, and we talked about string. Under numeric, we talked about 3 different types. We talked about continuous, categorical, date. Under string, we talked about names, codes, and dates. Then we moved on to sources of data. Very interesting parts, because it's going to tie everything together, where we talked about survey data, and we talked about routine data. And in some work that you're going to do in the future, you may have them merge somewhere or intersect. But basically, all the data in the world that you're getting is either gotten from some routine exercise or from some survey. And then we also talked about the credibility of data, why it's important, because interventions will be made, money will be lost, people will waste time doing less or doing more, So it's very important that your data is credible, be it financial, agriculture. If you do wrong data for agriculture, it could affect crops, it could affect farmers. If you do wrong, if you have, what's the word? Data that cannot be trusted in financial world, that's a problem. So in every sector, it has to be trusted. And for it to be trusted, in lesson 6, we talked about those qualities: completeness, consistency, and clarity that will help that journey. And to the journey to clarity, I said we have to start with the input. We go to the what's the word? From the input, we move on to the creating, then the checking, and then the cleaning. And then we finally looked at the formats that Stata will accept. So I'm so excited that we are all done with module 1, and I really want you to keep, we are going right into Stata in module 2. great things to share about, and I hope that you will just stay with me on this journey as I make and demystify all these strange and strong challenges you may have had using Stata for data management. Thank you so much for your time, and we will see in module 2 where we do the basics for Stata too. Thank you so much for your time. Bye bye.